Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to CCRL Pro Tier, as they will be taking on the Baku City Circuit. It is 6.003 kilometers, 2 DRS zones, and 20 corners, with a very tight section of Sector 2 up through the castle section, which will lead to hopefully everybody can get through there cleanly in single file. Alright, I'm going to bring up the points here. So after last week, Trackside was able to get a padding on his points lead here with 5 races to go. He is sitting in first place with 405 points after his win last week in Imola. Silos in second with 357. The Goat in third with 313. Komakopa in fourth with 309. SP Jabor fifth with 261. Osmanian Devil sixth with 258. Natural seventh with 244. Raptor eighth with 230. Matthew ninth with 224. Mr. Miller 10th with 190. Bong at 11th with 168. IRZ 12th with 163. DeBoonster 13th with 143. Feeney 14th with 132. TMM Racing with 101 and 15th. LK in 16th with 96. King Sita, which he hasn't been around, 17th with 79. Peak Hour with 72 and 18th, and Like Me or Not, 19th with 33, who is a new driver, and then GC Adventure with 8 points in 20th. Looking at the team standings, you got Ferrari in first place with 718. Aston Martin second with 581. McLaren third with 553. Mercedes with 404 in fourth. Red Bull fifth with 331. Alfa Romeo sixth with 331 as well, so they are tied. Haas seventh with 328. Williams with 311 in eighth. AlphaTauri 9th with 286. Alpine with 121 in 10th. So there we have it. That is our standings there. Where is my track map that I had? There it is. So, just a few things about Baku. One of those circuits that you don't want to carry a lot of downforce, but you also need some of that downforce as well to get through the end of Sector 1 and Sector 2. As the first car to take the circuit is GC Adventure, making his way around turn 2, so we're just going to ride on board with him for the first lap here, go through all the corners, and then we will get ready for the qualifying session here. Off the exit of turn 3, now making his way into turn 4 here. He's going to carry himself down to turn 5. And into the right-hander of turn 6. Making his way towards turn 7 now, which is going to carry him into up through Castle here. So off the exit of turn 7, very tight exit. It's kind of a weird corner to take. Now making his way through Castle, barely misses the wall on his outlap too. It just goes to show how tight you got to be going through Castle there. Now he's making his way off of 13, heading through 14 and 15 here. Now down into turn 15. or no, down through turn 15. Now he's going to make his way into turn 16, off the exit of 16, carrying himself through 17, then 18 and 19, and then, oh, and unfortunately didn't even make it to the line there, so very unfortunate for him. Jump on board with the AlphaTauri. Where's the other one? There he is. Okay, he's going to make his way down into turn 1 now. DRS flap open. The ERS is turned on. Down through turn 1. Very nice. Off the exit. He is going to make his way into turn 2. Getting ready to open up that DRS flap. He's going to carry as much speed as he can down this very long straight here. The second longest straight on the circuit into turn 3. Heavy in the braking zone all the way down into third gear. Off the exit. Now going to carry himself through turn 4. About to hit sector 1 split. Let's see where he is at. As he comes across 36.3. Through sector 1, so pretty solid there. Now he's going to make his way into turn 7 here. Going to get heavy on the brakes all the way down into second gear. Off the exit, barely misses the wall off the exit. Now he's going to come through Castle, right on board here. Very nice through Castle. Super close off the exit. He's going to invalidate. No, he's not. They keep him going here, as he did not carry enough speed to off the exit there to invalidate. Now he's going to brake all the way down into third gear off the exit of turn 15. Coming down into the, I'd say the final corner in my honest opinion, but you do have turn 18 and 19 here of this little fast chicane, and then coming through turn 20 and making his run towards the start-finish line to complete his first lap around the Baku city circuit. What is the provisional time going to be as he comes across the line with a 144.0? So the Haas, the next driver coming across, that is Osmanian, a 142. So he's going to top that. And track side, it looks like he's making his run towards the line, opens up that DRS, and he's going to keep it close towards the pit lane wall, up to the P2 position with a 143.3. So great lap by him to get started here in qualifying. Mr. Miller is going to make his way off the exit of turn 19, heading through 20. And he's going to make a run towards the start-finish line here with 12 minutes and 30 seconds left in qualifying, as we see some other folks coming across the line. Mr. Miller up to the P2 position. Nobody's been quick enough yet to beat Osmanian Devil here in qualifying, as he is sitting there 2/10 ahead of Mr. Miller in that P1 position. Let's see, we got the Netzhoff driver coming across the line. That is Like Me or Not. And it looks like he's actually getting ready to start a lap. So let's ride on board with him. As he's making his way through turn 2, he's going to open up the DRS flap. He doesn't, it's weird like how he's got that battery on and off. So I'm wondering if he's like preserving in through the corners or trying to help himself here, but now he's going to make his run towards turn 4, and not really sure what's going on, probably not happy with his lap, so we're just going to find the next driver, Feeney. He's on a outlap, nothing going on there. LB the GOAT sets a pole position with a 142.6. So he takes provisional pole, as Silos is now going to come across the line here, and he's going to jump up on the leaderboard. Where's he going to come across? Into P9 with a 144.1. So pretty close right behind LK for that P8 position. He's going to be fighting him. Like Me or Not still hasn't really started a lap. Peak hour coming off the exit of turn 19. Where is Feeney here? Feeney just starting a lap. Peak Hour is making a run towards the line. He's actually got a toe and he's got DRS. How is this going to work for him? Comes up into the P9 position with a 144.052. So he's 300ths of a second off of LK for the P8 spot. Slots himself right in front of Silos. So, and then like me or not, 2 seconds off, but it looks like he's about to start his lap now. He's gonna run into traffic here in sector 2, so we will keep an eye on that. On board with Coma Copa as he's making his way back to pit lane. Might be out of fuel. SP, is he on a lap? Yes, he is. So keep an eye on him as well. Actually, right on board with SP here. He's been making his way through Sector 1. He got a 67 thousandth improvement through Sector 1. Nearly 700. Into turn 7 now. It's going to carry him into Castle. DeBoonster sets a pole by a tenth ahead of LB the Goat with a 142.5. So a great lap by DeBoonster. Let's see how Mr. Miller or SP Jabor does as he's making his way through Sector 2 here. Is he going to be able to improve on his time and jump up the leaderboard with his teammate? At the top, he gets a little loose off the exit of 15, makes his way down into 15, nearly 4/10 up. He's got to find more time here. He's going to get himself almost into P2. That actually put him right on the front row if he finds more time here in Sector 3 off the exit. Up turn 20, making his run towards the start-finish line, opens up the DRS flap. He's going to come across the middle of the circuit and up to P4, loses time in Sector 3 and into P4 with a 142.7. Some shockers so far in qualifying is Feeney down in the P10 position, trackside in the P11 position. You know, some shockers right there. DeBoonster has retired from the session. Not exactly sure. Oh, and it looks like he has retired through the exit of turn 19 into the outside wall. Very unfortunate there. But yeah, you know, some shockers in qualifying. We're at 7 minutes and 30 seconds. Feeney here is going to be heading into pit lane. That's kind of a shocker down in the P10 position. Trackside here in a P11 position. That's a shocker for me as well. Usually used to seeing him much further up the leaderboard at this point in qualifying. We got Bongit here in the P12 position, looking pretty solid. 143.4, you know, right off the back of trackside in Feeney there. So he's looking pretty good up in the P12 position. Everybody, you know, we got quite a bit of people actually here in pit lane. Osmanian Devils getting ready to start a lap. SP is gone into pit lane. Coma Copa getting ready to start a lap. Ashley just comes out of the final corner. Track side is Ashley on a lap, as a matter of fact. And I think he might have already backed out of it. Yeah, it appears so. Wonder if he maybe ran into traffic going through turn 2 of his teammate and the other Alpine yeah, Alpine, I think that's back there. So yeah, trackside is gonna be making his way back around the circuit to get a lap going, but Coma Copa now making his way through turn 2 with 5 minutes and 45 seconds here to go in qualifying. Heading down into turn 3 now. gets heavy on the brakes all the way down into third gear. Off the exit, making a run towards turn 4. He's now got the sector 1 split in front of him. Is he gaining time? Through sector 1 split, he is nearly 3.5 tenths up on his time. And bong it up into the pole position with a 142 flat. Or nearly a 142.1. 4/10 of a second ahead of the Boonster. What a lap from Bongett there. The Boonster's really going to be kicking himself for that mistake off the exit of turn 19 as Komakopa is now making his way down towards turn 15. He's going to get heavy on the brakes all the way down into third gear. Doesn't use much of the exit curb. Now he's heading down into the final corner of turn 16. Nearly 6/10 up on his time. This is looking solid for him, purple sector 2. He's now going to be making his way through sector 3. Heading towards the start finish line. He's going to open up the DRS in about 100 meters now. He's got it wide open, heading towards the start finish line. Tucking it towards the middle of the circuit. And he comes across into the P2 position. He gains almost 7/10 on his time up to 142.4. What a lap by Komakopa. Let's jump on. Oh, trackside's actually into pit lane. So LB the GOAT, purple sector 1. Almost a 10th in sector 1. Now he's going to make his way into turn 7. He's carrying his way now towards the castle of very close to the wall there, making his way through castle off the exit of turn 12. He's now got 13 and 14 in front of him. Here he comes. Down into turn 15. All the way into third gear. Off the exit, gets really loose, goes to the inside wall, nearly hits the wall. He is still up on a lot of time here. 3.5 tenths, purple sector 2. Off the exit, is he going to be able to put himself on the front row for pole position? He's going to come across towards the start finish line. Opens up the DRS flap. Stays to the outside of the straight. Comes across and he takes the P2 position away from Komakopa. A 142.253. He is almost a 1.5 tenths off of Bongett. Komakopa is nearly 2/10 off of LB the GOAT there for the P2 position. Osmanian Devil, he's up on his time off the exit of turn 16, making his way down the start finish straight. He's got Komakopa in front of him, and other than that, he's got nobody else. He's going to be carrying as much speed as he can. Opens up the DRS flap in 100 meters. He's got a wide open towards the start finish straight, and he comes across the line and he jumps up into P2. And he takes it by 22 thousandths of a second over LB the GOAT in that P3 position. LK unfortunately invalidated. Feeney, he's got that DRS flap wide open. Coming towards the line, and he takes the pole position away by 6 thousandths of a position over Feeney. What a lap by Feeney. Takes 6 thousandths of a second over Bongett. What a lap by Feeney there. Wow. Did not catch on to much of that lap, but that was an absolute flyer, especially if he only gets pulled by 6 thousandths. Trackside off the exit of turn 2. He's now got the DRS wide open, making his run down into turn 3 here. He's got an Alpine right behind him. That is the Alpine of peak hour, who appears to potentially be on a lap. He's using tow and slipstream here. In qualifying, we got a minute left. This is going to be trackside's final lap. As most folks are coming across the line, as a matter of fact, this Mercedes of SP looks like he is getting ready to start a lap here. Jump on board with the Haas. Who is this? Not Like Me or Not. This is going to be Osmanian Devil. And he's heading into pit lane, I think. Yeah, he's heading into pit lane. So trackside might, or is it Williams? But we'll stay on trackside here. Oh, it's Feeney that's heading to pit lane. Anyways, trackside off the exit of turn 18 and 19. He's going to make his run towards the line. Not exactly sure if he's improving at all on his time. He's got the DRS flap wide open. Heading towards the start-finish line here. Tucks it to the inside wall. Up into the B7 position with a 142.6. He is the 10th and a half off of the booster for that P6 position. The qualifying's been pretty tight to this point. I'm very excited to see how this goes. Jump on board with the Alfa Romeo of IRZ. Comes across the line, unfortunately does not improve. Now on board with Silos. 2/10 up after sector 2. He's going to come to the line now. And he jumped up into the P13 position. And he is almost 3/10 of a second off of LK for that P12. Silos is a driver that gets to the end though. Doesn't usually qualify very well, but always manages to finish well. SP comes across and puts himself in the P3 position. And he takes it away from Osmanian Devil. Oh man. So we got Feeney, we got Bongit, we got SP, we got Osmanian, we got LB, all within 2.5 tenths. And then Komakopa's back there within a half a second, along with the booster. And like me or not, trackside followed right behind them in the P9 position. And the natural in P10. Mr. Miller in the P11 position with LK in P12. Silos in 13th. And we will finish going through the rest of the grid order here in just a moment. So Silos in P13, Peak Hour 14th, IRZ 15th, TMM 16th, GC Adventure 17th, and Matthew is 18th. Those two folks unfortunately did not get a time down here in qualifying. But yeah, there we have it. 0.06 of a second separates your pole to your P2 position. And then P3, 4, and 5 all battling really tight within a tenth to 2/10 of the leader. And then Komakopa back there nearly 4/10 behind Feeney as well. DeBoonster 4/10, like me or not, just under a half a second. Trackside within a half a second, and natural within 7/10. So top, I don't know how many, all within quite a bit of time of each other. So, oh, I did not expect this. Wow, Diaz is gonna throw everything in for a wrench. Man, we got some rain here at Baku. 4, 5 red lights, and the lights are off, and away we are to the races we go. And on board, Feeney's gonna take us into turn 1. Bong it down the inside. He's gonna protect himself from SP. Everybody's gonna get through turn 1, but turn 2 is where the problems arise. Is everybody all the way down? What a pile up, SP! Oh man, not exactly sure what happened. And we already got a safety car. Commentator's curse. And I called it. Turn 2 is where everything arises. Not exactly sure what happened there in turn 2. It seemed like the front was going to get through pretty well, looking for wing damage. Seeing everybody has their front wing. Osmanian Devil looks like he got his. Yeah, so not exactly sure what happened there. Silos. Yeah, a lot of action going on there in turn 2. And the wet doesn't help. LB the GOAT unfortunately has no wing. He was up towards the front as well. And it looks like Matthew, is he damaged or is he good? He's good. And TMM is good as well. These guys are drivers that just come here to finish the race. And getting better each and every week. And, you know, props to them. Coming here, making sure they're finishing, getting points, and they're doing a good job. So, LB the GOAT here is going to have to go in for a new wing change. Jump back through the grid here, see if anybody else is going to have to go in. But this puts a damper in some people's strategies. Although most people can actually just extend intermediates the same distance. I believe everybody's on inters. Yes, they are. Intermediate extendum, and LB the GOAT is in pit lane. He is the only one with front wing damage, so he is going to be looking to change that. But in the meantime, we are under safety car on lap 2. Let's see. Biggest movers so far, LK managed to get through all that chaos up into the P7 position. And then you got IRZ in P11, GC in P13, with Matthew in P15 up 3. So those guys are your biggest movers. Unfortunately, I'll be the GOAT and SP down 12 and down 15 there. The Booster down 1. Mr. Miller down 1 as well. So yeah, action kinda, you know, all throughout here to start the Grand Prix. Bonnet and Beanie at the top stayed in their positions. Let's see here. That is all the information I'm going to get at this moment. As if the Ferrari of LB the GOAT catches up here in the back, safety car should be going in, and then we should be getting going. As you see there, around lap 13 to 15 will be pit stop. Some people might go a little early and make their second stint a little longer, depending on how those intermediate tires are feeling. That is if it is going to stay wet all race. Not exactly sure, but you know, Baku threw us in for a wrench, making their way towards turn 19, and unfortunately have not been given the signal by the safety car So it looks like we will be doing one more lap, and we will get going again on lap 3 here of 26. Hopefully this will be a little bit cleaner of a rolling start, and that will make things interesting. Oh, and the booster jumped in for a wing change, so not exactly sure what happened there. Let's see here. Is he getting a wing change as well? Yeah, it must be. Terrible angle. Couldn't really ride on board with him. But looks like Matthew and the booster both got a wing change as well. So they're going to be at the back of the grid. But everybody else here should be okay where they are. We're going to jump back up into the front and just ride on board with Barney here as we're waiting for the safety car to go in. And enjoy yourselves for a minute as we're making our way through Castle, and we'll just ride on board. Oh, there you have it, folks. Safety car is going to be in this time through, and we will get going here on lap 3 to start lap 4. Little bit of exchanging in the action going on back here. Komakopa getting back in front of Like Me or Not. Traffic's kind of backed up. Komakopa's creating a little bit of a gap to Osmanian Devil. Don't want to be doing that here. He's looking to get the run off of turn 19. But there was a collision with the Boomster 5 seconds. And Komakopa, a 5-second penalty for ignoring the yellow flag. Not exactly sure what that is. And the leaders of off heading towards turn 1. Feeney with a great jump over Bongit. And now Osmanian Devil's not going to be able to make a move into turn 1 here. Bongit drives it a little deep off the exit of turn 2. Making their way. Komakopa off the exit of 2. Now under attack from Like Me or Not, right behind, looking to jump up into the P4 position as they're making their way off the exit of turn 2, down the straight, and here comes the Ferrari of trackside. He's going to peek down to the inside. Like Me or Not goes down the inside of Komakopa. We're going side by side into turn 3. Komakopa's going to maintain that position. Like Me or Not peeking back down to the inside, also looking to defend, and some action's going on behind. And we got another safety car here with an Alpine of GC Adventure completely demolished in the background, and Mr. Miller with no front wing. On lap 4, 2 safety cars, and unfortunately 2 DNF. The Boomster here in the back with a front wing change, and he's just kind of making his way around the Baku City circuit, just trying to avoid the chaos. So unfortunately here for some of the folks up into the front and the midfield, the safety cars isn't really helping them out, as now we are just going to ride along with Feeney here, and yeah. And unfortunately their GMM Racing has gone into the wall off the exit of turn 19 and has retired from the session. We do have some folks here in pit lane. Comacopa and Mr. Miller. Comacopa looks like to be getting a front wing change. Or no, serving that 5-second penalty actually. Front wing change for Mr. Miller here, as he is now going to come out of pit lane. Is Comacopa going to take that position? Yes, he is. Into the P13 spot is Comacopa over Mr. Miller in pit lane. The Boomster making his way around the final corner, turn 1, and he's not going to be able to beat them out of pit lane. But unfortunately, Comacopa makes a big mistake, and Mr. Miller makes another mistake as well, and he goes into the outside wall off the exit of turn 2, and we are only under safety car, folks. Only under safety car. Very unfortunate. Now everybody is making their way around the circuit here in Baku, and yeah, there we have it. Baku is claiming lives, close walls, very tight racing. So we're in for a good one, folks. Just stay with us, and we should be rolling soon. Alright, so we should be going back to green this time through. Yeah, so F1 was off last weekend in real life. They will be returning this weekend, going to China. How do we all feel about that? I mean, I haven't ever seen a race there. Apparently, rumor is track has been resurfaced as well. So it should bring in for some very interesting racing, in my opinion, if that is true. Because, you know, everybody's going to have that tire wear, not really know exactly how it's going to be. So we'll see how it is. I think Maps is obviously going to run away with it, but who knows? Could be an interesting race, especially considering really the longest straight is really the biggest straight for that backstretch. Other than that, I mean, where else is Maps really faster than most of these other more downforce cars? But in the meantime, Bonnet here is following along with Beanie as we're making our way into Castle. Through sector 2 on lap 6. And we should be going back to green, making our way through Haas 3 and 4. Very good run for them for the day so far. Trackside up into the P5 position, just trying to keep it clean and make his way through the grid. Doing pretty well here in the P5 position, so maybe he's just kind of trying to get those inters warmed up here. But you know, he's doing pretty well here in that P5 position. Safety car is in the slot. Okay, in the P6, Natural P7, Official P8, IRZ P9, P-Tower in 10th. LB to go in 11th, Matthew 12th, Davinster 13th. Copa in 14th. Back up to the front we go. Feeney is going to be leading us on the charge. And we will ride along with him, or actually we'll ride along with Bongit here. Kind of gives us a better view of when the leader takes off. This is actually kind of a bad view, so we'll have to go here. And Feeney is looking to go, and off goes Feeney. And he catches Bongit out once again as we're making our way down into turn 1. Tasmanian Devil's looking to put on the attack. Like me or not, is also looking to put on the attack. Trackside putting the pressure on. We got some action going on behind us. Silos around the outside, fighting side by side with Natural, making our way toward turn 2. And there goes. Who was that? That was Peak Hour that goes to the inside. Everybody's making their way through turn 2. And here we are on lap 7 here at Baku City Circuit. And Natural peeking down to the inside of Silos. He's not going to be able to take it. And who is that? That is Osmanian Devil, who's around here off the exit of turn 3. And he has no front wing, so he's going to be looking to get that car going straight here. And his teammate, like me or not, in the P3 position, putting on the charge for Bongit here in P2. Bongit trying to hang on to Feeney as much as he possibly can here in the intermediate conditions as we're making our way through Castle section now. Oh, and there goes Peak Hour in another safety car into the entrance of turn 7. Drives it a little deep and hit the outside wall. Very unfortunate for him. And that's going to bring out another DNF on lap 7. And Osmanian Devil with a drive-through penalty for speeding under the safety car. So not only does he need to get a front wing change, but he's compounding issues, and he retires from the session on the circuit. Very unfortunate from him. And that's going to bring us down to 12 drivers remaining here at Baku. Copa in that P12 position. He did box to remove his 5-second penalty, so this will kind of benefit him here, as he is going to get a little bit longer life on those intermediate tires. Osmanian Devil has left the session, but Copa will have a little bit more life on those intermediate tires and kind of can extend them out. Trackside has dived into pit lane along with LK, so they are going to be looking to potentially extend it. Bongit, where's Bongit? Why did he lose 2 positions? Huh. Wondering if Bongit made a mistake off the exit of turn 1 and lost a few positions there. Very unfortunate. LK is coming out of pit lane now. Wait. Oh, I was meaning to left. Never mind. He had the drive through. But in the meantime, we got 12 drivers remaining on lap 8. And the rain is still coming down. Not getting any lighter here. Feeney is leading us with Like Me or Not in P2. Silos in P3. Bong at P4. Natural 5th. IRZ in 6th. LB the Goat 7th. Matthew 8th. Gaboonster 9th. Copa 10th. Trackside 11th. And LK is in 12th. Peak Hour has left the session. Fortunately, he has DNF. So no invite will be needed. But yeah, so here we have it. Just follow along here. We should potentially get back going green here. I'm not exactly sure. still under safety car here on lap 8, and we get another driver diving off into pit lane, and that is going to be Bonget here on lap 8. He's going to drop to the back of the grid here, but he is going to have one lap of extra life on those intermediate. The rain is not getting any lighter here. Very good potential to actually carry this to the end. Also changing that front wing as well. And he is now going to come out in the P12 position. So we should be getting back to green flag this time. We are officially making our way through Sector 2 down into turn 15, and we should be getting back to green flag here just momentarily. It's been kind of a safety car fiasco, but if we are on reduce, soon it will be over. But yeah, so safety car is going to be in this time, and we should be getting back to green here. I'm just going to bring up the biggest movers real quick. Silos up 10, like me or not. Sits for Natural, 10 for IRZ, 11 for Matthew, and then down 10 for Bonget. Very unfortunate. So just on board with Feeney, as he's going to be the one to lead us back to green, and he is already taken off the exit of turn 20, and he's got that DRS wide open. Turn that back on, get rid of that. Making our way into turn 1 we go. Feeney defends the inside line, like me or not, going to follow right behind IRZ down the inside of LB the Goat. Provides plenty of space. LB the Goat goes a little wide, nearly misses the outside wall. Komakopa is going to lose a spot to LK here and drop in behind as we're making our way through turn 2. And Komakopa drives it a little deep and off the circuit. Very unfortunate from him. Back down through up to the top of the grid order. Like me or not, around the outside of Feeney into turn 4. He's not going to maintain that position. But here comes Silos on the attack. And like me or not, going to defend the inside line from him. Going to follow ourselves into turn 7 here. On our way through sector 2 now. Into the braking zone we go. And Feeney's going to drive it deep. And Feeney, unfortunately, has retired. Feeney has retired. And it only brings out a virtual safety car. Oh, very unfortunate. And I think the Boomster as well has gone into the wall. Not exactly sure if he has a front wing. And Komakopa with a drive-through penalty for speeding under the virtual safety car. Oh boy. Compounding a lot of issues here at Baku. And it's leading to potential for a new winner here. We are under a virtual safety car and off we go. At some point, and everybody's going pretty quick here down the straight. Oh, some of them are diving into pit lane here, like me or not. And CeeLo's both into pit lane. Natural, IRZ, and the GOAT all gonna stay out here. Copa, fortunately, has a drive-through, so he does need to wait until we go to green, and we do. And unfortunately, Copa get the rough end of the stick there, as unfortunately the green flag comes back out just as he passed pit lane entrance. And Feeney has left the session. Very unfortunate DNF from him. And we're now making our way through here. Natural's opened up a gap. IRZ's going to let the GOAT through the inside into turn 5 there. Now through 6. Making our way into turn 7. Everybody stays off the outside wall. Okay, never mind. IRZ's okay. He is lagging a little bit on my side. Woo! Scared me for a second. Trackside making his way up through Castle. And the Bunster! The Bunster, no! And that brings out a safety car. The Bunster into turn 7. Another safety car. Very, very unfortunate. Well, folks, there you have it. I mean, this is Baku, what it brings for you here in the ring. A challenge that's why the title says, Who Will Prevail? You know, honestly, let's see if anybody dives into pit lane here. I'm pretty sure everybody's going to dive into pit lane here. The ones that just went in are going to stay out, obviously. As yes, we can see some are staying out. Trackside Bonnet are staying out. It looks like Silos is going to stay out as well, along with Copa, and like me or not. But Copa does have a drive-through penalty, so very unfortunate for him. There, but yeah. So, but I will be back. I don't think we're gonna go back to green here, so just give me 1 moment. My apologies, folks. We are officially halfway through here in Baku City. On lap 13 of 26, I believe safety car will be in this time by. Rain is not letting up, so these folks are going to have to find a way to survive here if they want to manage to pull home any sort of points. And there is the official message. Safety car will be in this time back. This time in a collision between Trackside and Bongit. Bongit with a 5-second penalty. Komakopa with a drive-through penalty. The Goat has a penalty as well. Might have missed some stuff here. Oh, Goat and OK both with drive-throughs as well. So yeah. A lot of penalties here. Bongit got a 5-second penalty. I'm not exactly sure what happened there in the front. But Trackside is going to take off as safety car is in pit lane very, very early. And he's actually catching Bongit Komakopa way out. As like me or not, is looking to put the move on Komakopa down through the inside side-by-side action. And Komakopa is also going to try and prevail going into turn one, which he had done just so with the natural on him behind. Silos always says he has the pace in the wet. Is he going to be able to show us what it looks like tonight as he's taken on Trackside here, making our run, and oh, Bongit! Oh, Bongit! No! And unfortunately, Bongit has unfortunately passed away off the exit of turn two. Not exactly sure what happened there down that straight. But he goes to the inside wall and it removes his front tire. No safety car. I believe we're out of safety cars for the remainder of the Grand Prix here. CeeLo's still looking to put the pressure on Trackside as we were making our way into turn 7. And Trackside gets very close to the outside wall, but he is maintaining. The natural did get by his teammate Komakopa here into the P4 position. Komakopa is in P5, following along through the castle section off the exit of turn 12. Closest battle on the circuit is still going to be CeeLo and Trackside. Down to 9 drivers remaining here. 2.5 tenths. CeeLo's off the back of Trackside, making our way down the long start-finish straight. It is still raining here at the Baku City Circuit. And CeeLo's is going to look to go around the outside into the braking zone. No, but he does take fastest lap of a 157.8. And we got Komakopa dives into pit lane to serve that drive-through penalty. So now we got nobody else here with any sort of penalties on the circuit. Everybody's going to have them removed. And we will be continuing our race. And IRZ, unfortunately, has lost the car in turn 2. Jump on board here with the car disappeared already off the exit of turn 2. And now we're down to 8 drivers. As LB the Goat is in pit lane for a new front wing, just looking to survive. And like I said, Matthew is just a driver that rides at the back of the pack and just looks to survive by the end of the Grand Prix. And he's doing just that in the P5 position. So very well done by him right now. LB the Goat jumps into that P8 position finally. So, Trackside still looking to hold off these CeeLo's here for the lead. As now we're going into turn 15. Closest battle on the circuit, and actually the only battle on the circuit really, going into turn 16 now. Making our way off the exit heading down. I call this the whole straight, but other people disagree. through turn 18 and 19 now. Gonna make our way down the straight here toward turn 1. Is Silos looking to put the pressure on. He's 2.5 tenths. He's closing. He's getting closer. He's burning that battery. To the outside he goes into the braking zone, forcing trackside to take the inside line. Looking for a switchback off the exit. And is he going to make a run towards turn 2? No, he's not. Wide enough to stay behind. Follows behind off the exit of turn 3. Making our way, or turn 2, making our way down towards turn 3. And it looks like trackside's going to prevail. But Silos is trying to hold on. Matthew into pit lane. Potentially some wing damage on that car. And he's looking to just survive. Yes, he will be changing that front wing. LK looking to put the pressure on Copa here for that P5 position. Silos still hanging on to the rear diffuser of trackside here. Making our way into sector 2. And now we're going to come down into turn 7. Heading into the tight and tricky section of Castle. Up the hill to the left. And then back to the right on the exit. Back to the left. And here we come down turn 12. And now we're making our way down the straight. Side by side action between Silos. He's going to overtake trackside through turn 13 and 14. Into the braking zone of turn 15. Silos goes deep. And he hits the outside wall. And loses that front wing. Now trackside is going to be looking to take advantage of this mistake by Silos, as he has no end plate on that Aston Martin. He is making his way off the exit of 19. And here comes trackside really closing up to him. Silos is going to be trying to fight this, no idea why, as trackside is going to have better downforce. Silos is definitely going to be struggling. Get the top speed down the straight into turn 1. But he drives a little deep off the exit. Trackside's looking to put the pressure on. Like me or not has also come into the picture as well. Silos drives really deep. Like me or not is looking to prevail as well. Down to the inside of Silos. He is within that second of trackside now. He's going to have a slipstream here into turn 3. Natural is trying to catch up as well. In that P4 position, trying to jump onto a podium here at Baku City Circuit. Like me or not is now looking to put the pressure on trackside here. On lap 17 of 26. Making our way through turn 6, heading towards turn 7. Now up through the tricky section of Castle here. Trackside was able to pull a gap initially. Is he going to be able to pull another one? And I'm not going to lie, it appears that, like me or not, has more battery than trackside here on lap 17 as we're making our way through turn 15 down the hill towards turn 16. And Silos has fallen into the hands of Natural, as Natural's now looking to put the pressure on him off the exit of turn 16. Here comes Natural side by side. Very close to being side by side, but he's going to jump down to the inside in through turn 20 and going to jump into that final podium position of the P3. And Silos will be looking to jump into pit lane to replace that front wing. But both Aston Martins and both Ferraris and both McLarens are still alive. We got one Haas and one AlphaTauri here, as like me or not, still putting the pressure on trackside. Carrying us down the straight into turn 3. Who is going to take the lead? Who's going to take the win here? We got about 9 laps to go here. LK moving up into that P4 position, so looking good for him. Off the exit, trackside gets a little loose. Like me or not, just having a good old time. Following behind. Conserving that battery. Matthew has overtaken Gomacopa around the outside of turn 2. He beat him out of pit lane exit. And Gomacopa is now in that P7 position. Like me or not, still battling here with trackside. These guys go side by side at all. This could help Natural potentially jump up into that P2 position. Or maybe close the gap and actually put himself into contention for the win here. As he is actually kind of closing the gap there. Into turn 15. Gained about 2/10. Gained 3/10 down into 16th. 4/10 off of 16. So yeah, here comes Natural. He's 2.7 seconds, 2.6 seconds back. And he has gained a half a second since I started talking. Here comes Natural chasing him down. The start-finish straight. But like me or not, it's going to put the pressure on trackside. Trackside's going to dive into pit lane. And the rain is still coming down. And here comes like me or not. There is a big gap. Trackside might, or big potential he is going to come out in that P3 position. Potentially on a new set of intermediates as well. And we will see, yes, new set of intermediates off the exit of pit lane. And he's going to be in that P3 position. So now, like me or not, out front, you got Natural in P2, Trackside P3, LK P4, Official P5, Matthew P6, Gomaco for P7, LB in P8. LB the GOAT did set the fastest lap with a 156.2. He is in that P7 position. As Gomacopa did just come off a pit lane here. Got 8 drivers remaining here at Baku. Like me or not, in the lead with Natural in that P2 position. Trackside in P3. Is now making our way down into turn 16. Trackside is going to be looking to make this intermediate strategy work. And good chance it might, especially with all the safety cars that have happened. Kept the grid pretty close here. It was only 13.2 seconds back, and he is closing that gap pretty quick. Down into turn 1 at 13, now under 13 seconds back here of Natural. So he is going to be looking to close that gap pretty quick here. Natural looking to put the pressure on like me or not, but he was 3.6 seconds down to 3.3. So I think he struggles here in Sector 2. Whereas like me or not might have a better downforce setup there. And that is Silos driving a little deep in turn 2 as his teammate's going to be coming behind him. LB the GOAT there in P7. Just looking to try and get to the end. Same with Gomacopa as well, just looking to survive. Yeah, get as much points as they can. The trackside down to 12 seconds here off the exit of turn 7. He doesn't have much time left. He's really got to put the pressure down. Here he comes off the exit of 12. Making his way down this kind of bending straight into turn 15 here. He goes down into the braking zone up turn 15 off the exit, makes a run down to turn 16, and here he is. 11.4 gets really loose. That's going to cost him a lot of time. He lost nearly 4/10 of a second there. That cost him a lot. Now he's going to be looking to get that back. Matthew here, 2.7 off of his teammate right on board. Get a better camera view. Look at that Aston Martin, the nice green Aston Martin. Now making his way through Sector 3. And let's see how he does here. Keeps it off the outside wall. Okay, no, what happened to him? Where? Very unfortunate. Not exactly sure what happened to LK. Now we're going to be down to 7 drivers remaining here. Trackside doing a chase down 9.6 seconds. So really putting time gained, I'd say about 2.5 seconds since we last saw, or about 1.5 seconds, 2 seconds, somewhere around there. So yeah. Oh, LK retired in pit lane, potentially. That's very unfortunate, man. You could have finished the race and got some points. And Trackside now looking to put the pressure on here. As Natural is losing time to Like Me or Not. They are up in the front. Silos here, sitting 26.5 seconds off the back of Trackside. Just looking to bring the Aston Martins home, both inside the top 5 here for some good points. LB the GOAT is looking to help Ferrari here with some good points in that P6 position. And honestly, I'm not going to lie, like Me or Not might be in the lead, but McLaren's, the Ferraris, and the Aston Martins are the only teams that have got both of their drivers still alive here. So kudos to you guys for getting both of your drivers through this race here at Baku City Circuit. I know we still got about 5 laps, and unfortunately Natural makes a mistake into turn 2. Very unfortunate from him. That allows Trackside up into the P2 position. Now he's really got to put the pressure on. Nearly 13 seconds off of Like Me or Not. And Like Me or Not's got about 50% battery. So he is going to be able to hold this off potentially by the end. Silos really dropped back. No, he did not. I was reading that wrong. Apparently, he's 15.5 seconds off of Natural here. Yeah. Trackside's really trying to put the pedal to the metal here. Keep getting loose off of some of these corners. Getting time and then losing it off the exit of turn 12 now. He's going to be making his way towards turn 15. And still got quite a bit of time here to really gain if he is looking to compete or put himself on the top step of the podium, I shall say. 12.4 seconds off, making his way off the exit of 17. Now coming through 18, 19, and down the start-finish streak through 20, and here comes Trackside. Matthews sitting in that P5 position, 5 seconds off of his teammate here. You know, it's pretty good. As might be a lot of DNFs, but not very many time penalties. Ha, ha, ha. Can we get a laugh out of that one? Or can we get a yee-haw? In the meantime, trackside's 11.7 back. He's still trying to find his way up into the lead here. Chasing down Like Me or Not with this two-stop strategy. Believe Natural. Let's actually pull up how many stops everybody's done. Yeah, so Like Me or Not, 1 stop, 2 stop for Trackside, 1 stop for Natural, 2 stop for Silos, 3 stop for Matthew, 4 stop for Goat, and 3 stop for Copa. Those are all of our pit stops here. These are all the guys that have survived out of the 18 that were checked in the race tonight here in the pro tier. Copa is trying to catch up to LB the Goat, but I haven't really seen him tick off much time there, as I think Trackside's intermediates have, just as I go to say that, he is finding some time again. Just gonna say I think his intermediates might be finally slowing down a little bit, but just as I say that, he's starting to continue to find some time here on Like Me or Not. And Like Me or Not, he's starting lap 24 with a 11.2 second gap over Trackside there in the P2 position. And Natural's now making his way through the wonderful circuit and off the exit of turn 20, heading towards the start-finish line here on lap 23, and coming across for lap 24. We're gonna just gonna stay on board as long as the other helicopter shot. And here comes Silos, and he's gonna come across the line in that P4 position, 10 seconds off the back, trying to catch the Natural there to potentially put himself on the podium. He's 9.8 off. He's got quite a bit of time he's got to gain here if he's looking to do so. Matthew here, 6.7. Losing time to his teammate there. LB the Goat here is gaining on Matthew and pulling away from Copa as well. Trackside still gaining some time in that P2 position, but unfortunately it is not going to be enough at the time being, unless Like Me or Not makes a big mistake as it comes through turn 15. And down the hill we go. He's 11.5 second gap over Trackside, with Natural in that P3 position, sitting 9.5 seconds over Silos here, as Silos is making his way through Castle section, and he is going to be trying to find some more time here off the exit of 12, coming through 13 and 14, and that's going to bring him all the way down into the tough braking zone of turn 15. Off the exit, now carrying an LB the Goat. What happened? Oh, unfortunate for him, lost his car on the entrance of the castle section, and that will be 6 cars here at Baku. You know, honestly, I was just thinking too, Baku reminds me of like the ancient old days where you put a bunch of gladiators in a ring or in an arena and say, here you go, have at it, have fun. And that's what it feels like here at Baku. We put 18 drivers here in the Baku City Circuit, and 6 of them have survived so far, but only 1 can come out victorious. And who is that going to be? Is Trackside going to be able to catch Like Me or Not with 10.5 seconds and a lap and a half here as we are on the penultimate lap at Baku? Silos in that P4 position. He was catching and gaining significantly on Natural. Dropped from 9 seconds down to 7 seconds off the exit of turn 4. Now going to make her way into turn 7. And I do think Natural is struggling on those intermediates here. Absolutely, TMM. Always, man. Always, 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 dude. Appreciate commentating. I know Baku's a tough track, and I know people get frustrated with it, but here's what it is, dude. Fortunate rain did not help out very much either. Like me or not, in that P1 position though, I on the final lap here, actually off the exit of turn 6, making his way toward turn 7, and he's gonna carry himself through the castle section here on lap 26 in the rain at Baku, and he is 9.3 seconds ahead of trackside, making his way towards turn 15. Natural is now under some sort of pressure from Silos here. Silos is down to 5.3 seconds. And that is Komakopa going a little deep into turn 2. But that's okay, Komakopa, because all we care about is you survived tonight at Baku and you got to the finish. Very unfortunate. I don't really know what to do. Wow, position changes. Man, I just don't know what to do. Matthew here, up 13 positions in that P5 spot. So big points for him. And oh man, I missed it, but like me or not, crosses the start-finish line for the victory trackside in P2. 8 seconds behind him. Natural is now making his way towards the start-finish line. Gonna finish in that P3 position. As long as he makes it through cleanly. Silos was starting to really close in on him there towards the end, down to 4.3. And Natural's gonna come across onto the podium. He goes. And here comes Silos as well. Across the line in that P4 position. And Matthew making his way to the start-finish line to come across off the exit of turn 20, and here he goes. Komakopa in that P6 position, and he's going to finish where he started. So all that matters for him, didn't lose any. So he's going to finish where he started in that P6 position. So kudos to these guys, all for finishing here at Baku. All 26 of 26 laps. Then your 6 finishers are, like me or not, trackside, Natural, Silos, Matthew, Komakopa. And then it's LB. I'll get them other folks after that. Oh, thanks, Abe. Absolutely appreciate it. Appreciate it, appreciate it, appreciate it. But there we have it, our podium finishers, like me or not, on top. With your P2 finisher of trackside and Natural in P3. So there you have it, folks. And it looks like Haas is the constructor's winner for the evening as well. Take a sip of that champagne, kick back and relax. And yeah, so just quick rundown real quick. Like me or not, on top, Trackside P2, Natural P3, Silos P4, Matthew P5, Komakopa 6, LB 7th, LK 8th, IRZ 9th, Ponga 10th, Daboonster 11th, Feeney 12th, Manian 13th, Peak Hour 14th, 15th, Mr. Miller, TMM 16th, 17th is GC, 18th is SP. Driver of the Day award goes to Matthew. You're going to win Driver of the Day here at Baku. I called it from the very beginning. You're a driver who just liked to get to the end and finish. And you did just that. Up 13 spots. And you finished in the top 5. So you will get Driver of the Day. In the meantime, folks, there you have it. CCRL F1 Elite Tier will be live on Wednesday. Not exactly sure. I think we're still running on MMR Hotspot on YouTube. I believe it's on YouTube. Might be on Twitch. But MMR Hotspot will be running CCRL Elite Tier comms, so tune in on Wednesday night as they will be going to, I'm not exactly sure what track I will be racing at Wednesday night. We will be going to Las Vegas. So Wednesday night we will be going to Las Vegas. And then next Monday night your Pro Tier drivers will be going to, after that lovely Baku, they will be going to Las Vegas. So yeah, there we have it, folks. I hope you all enjoyed the Grand Prix tonight here at Baku. And I'm the Johnny Damon, and I look forward to seeing you guys next week. Have a great night.